Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Well, they didn't do a lot there to fool anyone. They just came right out and ran the football, but with great success. And that's the way you want to get things started. A nice quick opener for a big game.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the 10, 1st and goal. This is Cohen. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Again, the ball carrier.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd down and goal. Trubisky buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. But now it's 3rd and goal.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Coverage there by the safety Harrison Smith.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A 24-yard attempt.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They begin with a quick throw out left. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have football with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
The tackle made at
It's a gain of 7. 1st down, Minnesota. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to the ground, Cook. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Touchdown, Vikings!
Pass complete.
Adam Thielen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time where they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
From the 29, Trubisky. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Check. Lucky. Gun.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Vikings 7, Bears nothing.
Second and 12, operating from the 39. Play fake, Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. They'll run run with Cook. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They try again with Cook. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Give to Cook out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal.
4th and goal at the 1.
The field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Cook. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. Cook turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard
So
line.
here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 19.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Blue there.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
48-yard line.
They show run with three tight ends here on first down. On first down, it's Cohen, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 31-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Being chased out left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Going deep this time for Miller. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Trubisky. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They go play action. Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
It's 2nd and 8.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This one from 46 yards out. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
Cordero Patterson on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that going to hit in the end zone as we restart things here in the second half with a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action now. Cousins. On the crossing route, complete. It's McKenzie. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 42 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Dalvin Cook.
2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen?
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Vikings 17, Bears 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Incomplete. Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Steps away to his left. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. On first down, Trubisky.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
They go play action with Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the Vikings. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They run again on first down, Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd down and 8. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Play action. They'll throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Buster Screen. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Going up top for Miller. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, two-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Cook following the penalty. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running, third down. Now Cousins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down. Running for it, here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back. Check 45 to Mike. Check.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Dalvin Cook,
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
41.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Minnesota.
They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage. Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away